Sometimes it's hard being a rap fan. Me and my coworker a couple days ago was talking about what it's like when we were young rap fans in our adolescent times, where we were like reminiscing about times where music wasn't so easy to get in reach of and stuff like that. You had to literally, we were reminiscing back to the time where we had to go to the record store and we had to, decide whether we was gonna spend 14.99 on, Get Rich or Die Trying, or we was gonna spend, 15 something on Nas Stillmatic or any other album that's coming out that was hot at that time. And you literally had to make a choice whether you was gonna pick one album or the other, because you only had enough money from either Rick and Lonzo doing chores around the house to get one album. So you had to make sure that you had to pick the right album. The album was worth your money, because you don't know when you was gonna get that next little bit of allowance to go get that next album, to make up for the album that you got that was poor. These kids these days get to be able to, if an album's not good, they can put it on, they can take it off their Spotify faves or their Pandora faves or Apple Music, take them off their list and stuff like that. And then this album this shoot off into obscurity, to where it's like the fans will just be like, well, that artist didn't do what they want to do. I'm just going to wait till they come out with something else new. It's not really no money. It's free. It's easy to access. And it's like, damn, it's cool that has pushed the music further, but it's just like, it sucks for the fans, because it makes it feel like these artists out here don't have to put out good content. The content is like poor, like grade Abel caca, to the point where it's like, damn, you had to look forward to a rap beef of two of your favorite artists for you actually to get some good music out of artists that you grew in love, because that whole rap beef with Drake and stuff like that, for me personally, it was gonna be exciting, because it was like you got two giants in the game. It was bittersweet because you wanted three of them. You wanted J. Cole to introduce himself into the thing, but it's great music that was coming out these last couple of weeks with Drake and Kendrick combined. Whether you are Team Drake or Team Kendrick, it was just good to see Drake put out good bars and Kendrick doing content consistently. And I'm like, after this whole smoke is settled and the beef is over with and they're going their separate ways and they're not really taking shots at each other so far, what is left of the industry? Because, like, really nobody really came out of a winner. The fans, we got some good music, but, in the process, we lost a person that we potentially have saw the fall of a guy that's had a 10-year reign or longer reign at dominance in the rap game. Drake. Say whatever you want to say about him, whatever the scandals and all that stuff like that. That guy has been able to do the Jay-Z route to his fullest, be able around for 10 years, 13 years, and keep it going and pushing the music industry and rap to the forefront. You feel me? Even though he might be culture vulture and stuff like that every now and then, and we're not fans of some of the projects he came out with, this guy has moved that needle as far as making hip-hop, keeping hip-hop a mainstream art form. Kendrick the same way. Kendrick's going to go back to, hiding out, and he's not going to be able to put out good classics. He might not be able to or want to, put out another body of work to where it's like, it's up to the level of Good Kid, Mad City, or, a Pimple Butterfly, because he feels like, he doesn't have to do it, because he feels like he's solidified himself with this rap beef. He really doesn't have to prove that he is, that guy. He feels like he's done it because he's destroyed one of the top guys in the game. And that's just with diss tracks, not a whole album. It's just the diss tracks. And it's just like, damn, bro, like, Do we really know as fans what we're doing? Do we really know what the long-term outcome has come from this situation? You know, and it just brings me back to the time where it's like, yo, rap was just cool, bro. Like, I miss the days where rap was cool. Like, the days where you couldn't wait to get home to see what was on the top 10 or 106, and, you couldn't wait till somebody's project came out because you were so eager and so excited of what they was going to do and, what they was going to say on the album and stuff like that. And what the collaborations they would have with other artists and stuff. I just missed that time where, good hip-hop just came through and it was just like everybody had their own separate lane and it was diversity. Kanye, excuse me, and other people had their lane. They had the backpack rap. You had the drill rap. You had the southern rap, dirty south. The slow raps. You had T.I., you had 50, you had Jay, you had Nas, you had all these other people where it was like variety, to where now it's like everybody got to do the same thing, to stay relevant, or they got a beef to stay relevant and go at each other and stuff like that. When at the end of the day, the record companies are making the most out of the situation, in these situations, and it's just like they're not. It just sucks for the fans, man. It just sucks for the fans. And it's just like, I'm optimistic on hip hop might come back to the level of prominence that it was. But I'm ready to say that it's probably you can stick a fork in a few more years. Hip hop, you can stick a fork in it. It's gonna be in the level of heavy metal, soft rock, country and stuff like that. Genres are still around, but they're not the level of prominence where they're at the top of the charts anymore. I'm ready for that day to happen, and it sucks and it's sad, but every good thing has come to an end. Tell me what y'all think in the comments.